In my opinion, there's no better place to go to find stylish, affordable thrift finds than St. Vinny's. Why? I found rare vintage pieces there. I've decorated my house with their furniture and frames, and it's local. The proceeds help people in need through microloans, food pantries, and housing support. Plus, it's eco-friendly. Reduce, reuse, recycle, my friends. Go shop at your St. Vinny's today. Find your nearest store at shopstvinny's.com. That's shop, STVINNYS.com. Today on CityCast Madison. It's Thursday, so that means we're dishing on Madison's food scene. This weekend marks the 4th annual strip mall Carnival over on Monona Drive, and we predict it's gonna be a whole mess of fun. The Muskie Lounge and Sporting Club throws this festive community event each year, and one of its highlights is the epic burger eating competition. You heard me, and it's a showdown. We sat down with the reigning burger eating champion and competitor for this year, Mike Onsrud, who's a professional trainer, on what maketh a Burger King, and his recommendations as a trainer on eating well in Madison. It's Thursday, August 1st. I'm Bianca Martin, and here's what Madison's talking about. Mike, what's good?
Hello, how are you, Bianca? I am doing lovely. The sun is shining. It's currently not raining, and that's a good thing for the summer.
That is a great thing for the summer. And you know what else is good for the summer? Carnivals. It is time for the 4th annual Strip Mall Carnival over on...
We love it. We love it. Yeah, we love the Strip Mall Carnival here.
Yeah, it's over on Monona Drive, and it's a benefit to the Clean Lakes Alliance. And I have to admit, I haven't been, but this year I am going.
You have to go.
Yeah, and I heard all about it. Each time people are like, oh, I went to man, I missed out. Okay, so one of the draws of the carnival is the burger eating competition, for which you are the reigning champion.
The current reigning champion of disgusting feats, but it is something I'm very proud of. I have a trophy from it from last year, and it is proudly displayed in the middle of my bookshelf, so no one can miss it. So, and all my life achievements, honestly, this is probably the one I brag about the most, which is kind of funny, but it was a great time and awesome to be part of last year.
Yeah, well, you are literally the Burger King. You're returning this year too. Are you ready for this?
It's the return of the king, you know. I'm ready. Yeah, I remember last year when they asked me to. It was like, hey, you're gonna do the Burger King? They didn't even ask me. They told me, and I was
really?
like, oh. Yeah, and I was a little unsure, but I was like, you know what, I'll lean into it. There, it's all for a good cause. It's a great time, and the way I look at it, it's a free meal. In this economy, you can't pass up some burgers for free.
That's true. I understand the burgers are from Hank's Burgers and Fish Fries, that restaurant in the Muskie Lounge bar, which I like their burgers, but
it's great.
Yeah. I mean, if you're eating them fast, did they taste good during the competition? Were they the lovely things I like to eat?
It's funny. I don't remember. I joke that someone could have put literally anything in front of me and I just would have eaten it. I was like straight go mode. I don't care. They could have put like a tub of glass. They could have put stuffed, I don't care what it was, stuffed animal, a whole chicken. I would have just put it down. I was just locked in. Like if it was in front of me, it was going down my gullet. And I was like, there's nothing. I saw the trophy and I was like, there's nothing stopping me from winning that thing. So the burgers are great. I admittedly didn't have one of their burgers for probably 3 months after the event.
Yes.
But it's a great addition. They do a great job over there. Fish fry is fantastic. And, to have that combination with like the little, the Hank's hamburger stand with the fantastic bar the Muskie is and everything else that's going on in that strip mall with meet people, etc. It's a really great addition. There's a really cool little vibe going down in Monona.
There really is. And you talking about the gusto with which you approach the burger competition is like, if anyone knows you, like I have to do a disclaimer right now. You were my personal trainer last year.
Yes.
And
yes.
You are trained with Mike and you go hard for everything. And in
Everything.
fact, I was going to point out that last year's competition, not only were you the champion, but you dominated. Like, you beat all the other competitors by minutes. And
Yeah.
it wasn't a competition.
There was, I remember I looked down when I got to my last burger. I was, I had that, like, I'm a competitor. I just want to win everything. And when I got to the last burger, I kind of, for the first time, I kind of glanced over and I saw that, I was so far ahead of everybody. I was like, oh, I'll the first few, I was like just crushing. The last one, I was like, I'm going to savor this one a little bit, But yeah, it was, it was really fun. It was a great moment. I just remember all my friends there, they're chanting my name as I'm doing this disgusting act. Actually, just one moment popped in my head when, I was saying how locked in I was the whole time. The only time I almost vomited, not going to lie, through this thing because
Happy
I'm
food
eating.
convo,
And
y'all.
yes, hey, yeah, this is the mind of a food competitor. You're going to hear, no. Chef Sean Farr, say that 5 times fast. It's one of the best names. Chef Sean Farr, the chef at Mint Mark and at Hank's. He was right next to me and I was just like locked in and I just hear him go, oh man, that's a lot of mayo. And I just turned around. It was just, I almost vomited
Did
in
he
front
do
of him.
it to try to take you out of the competition?
No, but there is a photo. I think he was just like, oh my God, what is this guy doing? This is disgusting. But yeah, there's a photo I have and there's mayo coming down my mouth and I just look feral. Just it's
You're feral.
So it was fun.
Knocked out the competition. It's crazy.
Yes.
And I think at least some people, including, I'll just say me, are very fascinated by eating competitions. It's one of the draw for this carnivals. And out of pure fascination, how the heck did you do that? Because you left everyone else, grown men, in the dust.
So I think, amongst people I know, I am, I love going out to eat. I love drinking. I love eating. It's just one of the great, amazing things about living in this city. There's just so many amazing options, so many great chefs, so many great bartenders, bars, it's just, so I have, not only do I enjoy it, I'm also quite skilled at it, I guess.
You're a skilled eater. That's why we're talking to you. I
think too, it's just, I bartended and served for a long time. And, when you're working those long shifts on your feet, I think you just learn to eat really, really, really quick. And me being a trainer now, I'll sometimes have 8 clients back to back to back to back to back. So I have a 2-minute window to get down a meal. So it's just it's honestly, I'm just kind of wired to just wolf down lots of food quick. So this whole competition was kind of geared towards my a certain set of skills, should you say, that I have acquired over the years. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, okay. So I just love it. Monona kind of gets crazy. I went to their 4th of July festival this year and they had a wife carry. They are really doing competition. They come through on the competition. I was horrified when I heard you're carrying wives around. That's so prehistoric. I just, but then I was there. I'm like, oh, this is it's so fun. Yeah. It's like a Swedish tradition, but this burger competition, people can come see you and people compete. Yep. I've never, as I said, been to the carnival. I just heard tales. But what can folks expect if they want to go check out the strip mall carnival? It's the 4th annual. What can they expect from the experience? What's there?
I'll give you the long story, but in short, I'll tell you right now, you're just going to have a great time. There's stuff for everybody. There's kids having a good time. There's face paint. Last year, I'm not exactly sure what's going on, but pretty much every year there's been sort of face painting, little mini games, Hammerschlagen. There's a dunk tank. It's just a really, really good time. Yeah, Hammerschlagen. Look it up. Yeah, it's a classic. I don't even know how to you're just hammering nails and there's a game. It's fun. I just like to say Hammerschlagen more than anything. But it's a really, really good time for and everyone from all ages, families, adults. You can get a good drink and get a bite of food. You can watch me eat 4 burgers in 3.5 minutes. So yeah, we will see.
There are sights to be seen. Get your face painted. That sounds so fun. So you're listening to CityCast Madison. You clearly care about what's happening in our city and have fantastic taste in podcasts. I've got a recommendation for another local news podcast you gotta check out. It's called 365 Amplified. Every week, the award-winning reporting team behind Madison 365 digs into their most important stories from the week. They do stories and perspectives you likely won't get from many other mainstream outlets. They invite on community leaders, lawmakers, artists, and more for candid conversations. Recent guests include State Senate candidate Samba Balde, celebrity chef Elena Terry, and Forward Madison striker Derek Gebhardt. They drop new episodes every Friday at madison365.org/amplified. You can also search 365 Amplified wherever you listen to our show.
Excuse me, can you take a photo of me?
Sure, but if you had the new Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 6, you could snap your own hands-free selfies.
Really?
Watch! I just flex it to the perfect angle, set it down, and FlexCam with Galaxy AI automatically zooms for the perfect shot.
Whoa.
Post-worthy.
New profile pic-worthy.
Flex the newest Galaxy AI Foldable Z Flip 6. Get yours now at Samsung.com. Samsung account login required. FlexCam length varies and is shorter than standard zoom length. Galaxy AI provided free until end of 2025 on supported devices.
I want to ask about burgers. Let's continue the conversation around burgers. Because, in April, there's a Wisconsin Best Burger Contest put on by the Wisconsin Beef Council. Madison Burger Week was just in May. Burgers are, it's an important part of our culture.
It's a well-rounded meal. You got fat, you got carbs, you got protein, you got, you can throw some vegetables on there. Yeah, it's a perfect meal in a little compact handheld package. So, yeah, I think everyone loves burgers.
It's a top tier sandwich.
Is it a sandwich though? Oh, that's a whole nother conversation.
I know. As soon as I said it,
is a burger a burger?
As soon as
we could spend a whole hour.
Yes. Okay. We're gonna put that on the calendar. We're following up.
Yeah.
But what, in your opinion, is Madison's best burger?
I'm biased. I'm very biased because I do have a Train with Mike burger that I helped design at the Baldwin Street Grill. It is a brioche bun. It has bacon, spicy pepper jack cheese. It has a sriracha gochujang ranch sauce and deep fried banana peppers. So it's sweet, it's smoky, it's spicy. It's got everything you want, but not too spicy. Most people say it's a really good 6 out of 10. So if you're a little spice averse, you can dabble with this one. But I'm very proud of that. That was like a part of a burger challenge at Baldwin Street Grill, and it won so many weeks consecutively. They decided they were just going to put it on the menu because it just kept getting ordered.
Oh my God. Okay, so Baldwin Street Grill, first of all, we just learned they have a burger competition. Yes. And then you had one named after you and it made it on their menu. Like, is it a forever thing?
It's a forever thing.
There's a Train with Mike burger at Baldwin Grill on East Wash and Baldwin Street. Okay, cool. Yeah, it sounds good too.
It is. It's yeah. So they had every week they introduce a new challenger, and basically the burger that gets ordered the most replaces the winner. And mine was I think it won maybe 5 straight months.
Wow. Okay.
They were like, it's just going. We're just going to take it off. Let's let someone else have a chance, and we'll just put it on the menu. So it was a great honor to be bestowed upon.
I love the savory and sweet vibe, and it sounds like it has a kick. That sounds really good. So I had a feeling you might say the Mike's Burger is your favorite burger.
But outside of that,
what stacks up? What compares? Nothing compares. No.
Obviously, I love Hank's. Hank's is great. If you're on the square, I do love Settle Down, just that smash burger. It's perfection. I
love their burger.
It's so simple. It's like one of those things where it's just like you don't need to mess with perfection. It's absolutely incredible. Man, there's just so many options. That's really tough. Like I said, it's for such a competitive and amazing little food market here. We got obviously we got cattle, you got beef, all over here. So Tipsy Cow, fantastic burger as well. But I really I could probably rattle off 10 to 20. Yeah, that's kind of my hood, so that's kind of where my brain goes. But all over the city, there's places on the west side. Yeah.
So you do training at Cap Fitness. I feel like I've heard you talk about steaks. I feel like you're a steak guy. Not that you have to talk specifically about steaks, but what are your go-to Madison dinner eats?
If steak, Tornado Room's just a classic. I love Tornado Room. It's pretty much where I exclusively go for steaks. I'm a bit of a loyalist, and I've always been treated just immaculately there. Really happy the late night menu is back again. That went away for the thing. And
that was a tragedy.
It was a tragedy, but that steak sandwich, oh,
They have a great steak sandwich, and then it's like, I don't want to say half the price, but like extremely discounted prices for their
Yeah.
kind of top tier dishes.
yeah, I just went there this weekend after I went to a show at the Overture. I saw Moulin Rouge, and we had a great dinner before.
I saw that too.
Went out.
Shout out to the
Yeah,
Overture.
Yeah, it's just always a great, the late night menu, the whole thing over there. It's just such a great way to kind of cap off a lovely evening. So, shout out to Tornado Room, we love it there. Blue cheese olives, salmon martini.
Well, so we've talked about a lot of steaks and burgers and tasty meat things, but I learned that you have a health bowl named after you as well in Madison.
I do.
And it's downtown at Toto Fresco. There's a Train with Mike bowl.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. I just wanted to ask you, like, as a trainer, Madison has so many good eats, and I wonder how you like approach balance and like getting your nutritious foods. And then I saw that when I was doing my research.
Yeah, a lot of people are kind of like, with the burger thing, people are like, what? You eat burgers? That's not healthy. And I always tell people it's like, the dose is in the poison, so the poison's in the dose, I should say. So yeah, am I going to have a Train with Mike burger every week? No. Like every day? No. But, you can absolutely enjoy all the food you want and still maintain a healthy lifestyle, etc. So, it's like I said, it's all about balance. And yeah, the folks at Toto Fresco reached out to me and they wanted to do a collaboration. That was a few months ago. There's potentially one potentially coming back. Rumor on the street. There's another collab that is dropping with Toto Fresco and I soon. So we'll be kind of working on something and having something a little bit more for the end of summer and fall. So yeah, it's I love food, and just to be able to be still involved in that sort of scene and like have an item named after me. It's just it's so cool to me.
Yeah, and I personally love a grain bowl. I've had Toto Fresco; it's really good. I also really love Forage Kitchen, which is
Forage is great.
Yeah, they're really solid. And when I feel like I need something healthy, it's like a shot, a dose of
A dose of the goodness.
a dose of the goodness in
A dose
myself.
of the goodness.
And then there are great like poke bowls around Madison. I feel like
Fresh Fin is a go-to of mine. I love Fresh Fin, but yeah, it's just really nice to have a lot more of these healthy, quote unquote healthy, leaner, more fresh options available. These fast casual places are kind of taking over, and it makes making more, healthier decisions a lot easier for everybody. So yeah.
Well, I really appreciate the point that you kind of started to lay out, which is, I think we need to re-examine what we're calling healthy, because there's a lot of moralizing and shaming that totally has the opposite effect.
Yeah. I mean, if you look at all the fad diets and everything, like, people will be like, oh, carbs are bad. Oh, fats are bad. You eat too much protein. It's bad for your kidneys. If you eat this, you're going to get cancer. If you eat this, pretty much like if you were to listen to every single piece of advice you'd hear on the internet, etc., basically the only healthy diet would be ice, like there's like, if you were to deduce all the fads into one thing, it's like, I guess I'm eating air now, and it's only a matter of time before someone says that hydrogen's bad for you and two hydrogen model. It's just so frustratingly mad. For me, what I just tell people, it's like, just eat like you care about yourself. And sometimes caring about yourself is having a burger. A lot of times it's having, some tofu, some chicken, some rice, some veggies. But people get so caught up in these little fads and these details that, one, they lose the joy of food, the culture of food. And, you're really taking away a lot of what it is to be a human being if you stress about this stuff. For me, because I just value the community of food, eating with friends, eating with family, going out to dinner. Like, people just worry so much when I just like, hey, it's not that complicated. Just, you probably know when you should, I know when I should have a burger. I know when I should probably go with the salad and soup. It's just, you kind of just be honest with yourself, enjoy your food, and don't demonize stuff. It's not bad for you.
Love it. I love it. I'm curious, how long did it take for your body to get back to normal after last year's burger eating competition?
Oh, man. It honestly wasn't horrible. in the long term, but like I remember when I finished, everything was fine. And then there was like the 20 minutes after I finished and like the following hour, I think I was just like sitting at the bar with like, with Campari and like Pepto-Bismol, just like, I was just like staring at my glass, like, just trying
Colorful.
yeah, just like I got the pink and my bright red, like this one just to help numb the pain and this one to help the stomach out. And it was just like the sweats hit. I felt like absolute garbage. I will honestly say that. But yeah, it took a little bit. The next day, I didn't do really heavy. I still felt a little quite heavy. I remember I just got on the elliptical and then I hopped in the sauna for a little bit. And then by the day after that, I was fine. But, it's a price you pay when you want to be at a high level in your sport, It's just, you just gotta, there's sacrifices to victory. And that is one of them. Yeah.
I sometimes, when I feel like I did love myself by choosing something, eating a lot of something that maybe like you can't eat every day, I try and find things that are anti-inflammatory or, things that are
Like fiber and stuff. Yeah.
yeah, fiber. There you go. Fiber. That's an
Vegetables.
important one. Yeah, like turning to some of those like grain bowls. Do you have go-to places in Madison that you're like, I need to do a reset for nutritious eats like that?
On my mom's house, honestly,
Mama
like
Odds Run!
hey, nothing better than cook meal from mama's. Yeah, I go in. Yeah. I try to like staying at home's a great option, but for me, like I'll go to the place like Toto Fresco, Fresh Fin, something, even, there's fantastic Asian restaurants throughout, maybe for some soup, say like a Halong Bay, a Han, think something like that. Just something that's, a little bit lighter, maybe what's like more comforting, but not going to be, just so heavy. But I mean, a bowl of pho, like when I'm, just a little bit of soup, you get a little meat, get all the veggies in there, spice it up however you want. That's one of the things that I go when my soul may need a little nurturing or my insides. That's a good option.
Mike, we're so similar. That's my go-to too. Pho. I love Sunny Pho, which is a really good. That one's over on South Park. You've accomplished many things. And one of the things you accomplished this year was you literally broke the state record for deadlifting. It's one of the weightlifting exercises. You deadlifted 600 pounds. So
600.7, I think. 601, I don't know. It was, it was the 35 to 39-year-old 220-pound record. So for people between 198 and 220 pounds and 35 and 39, I hit 600. And that was not something I ever thought I'd be able to do. Shout out to my coach, Jeff Bransky, great power lifter in the area. He's really, really I have a lot of background, obviously being a trainer. I did physical therapy for a long time. So the rehabilitation, the sports stuff, general fitness, I was always so well rounded and that's where all of my skills and my knowledge were. And I went to Jeff here, a friend of mine who also works Capital Fitness and very accomplished power lifter. And he kind of helped me realize something I really wanted to do. I really pushed myself and it was a lot of fun. Yeah. It hurt though, man. That training, by the end of it, my body was just like, yo, you need to just lay by the pool now. You're done.
Well, you're like willing to push your body to the limits, but like also in a caring, loving way. And I feel like, I don't know, this conversation's turning out different. I didn't plan it to come anyway, and it's been so much fun. But I feel like one of the things I am interested in hearing about is like how we have a relationship with food, I guess.
Yeah.
And I feel like for those of us that lift weights or trying to do strength training, there are questions about like how to get enough nutrients. I personally, get dizzy really easy if I don't eat enough food, like things like that. I'm just like not really paying attention to. Can you share some advice, I guess, about eating for gains?
Eating for the gains, for the gains, brother.
For the gains, brother.
Yeah.
Is it 4 burgers?
Yeah, four burgers a day keeps the muscles on you. It builds the muscles. I gotta find a better rhyme for that one. But like that's very individual. And there's so many ways to accomplish that. The general rule of thumb, as far as like getting, definitely make sure you're getting enough calories, and enough protein. The rule of thumb for protein, you kind of want a gram of protein per pound of lean body mass. So the rule of thumb kind of attain that. Most people, like especially, it's funny, like people come to me and, they may have heard a lot of different things about, diet, exercise, etc. from outside. And most people, I find out these people who are trying to lose weight, like they're just not eating enough protein, or they're not, or they're in this restrict and binge cycle. It's really like just being, like I said, I tell people to be honest with themselves about what they want, what they're really eating. And you got to like heal what's going on in your head before you can really, really kind of figure that whole thing out. There's such a mental component to the gym, the food, your relationship with food, all of that. And it's I can't think of the word right now, multifactorial. There's so many options, like life stressors, inner stressors, maybe unaddressed things you're not dealing with. And really being honest with yourself and getting support and all these other areas is really what's going to get people to find success within whatever their fitness goals are. So it's really what it's about, is just trying to take care of the whole person. And once you kind of get that stuff sorted out, everything just seems to fall in place.
Yeah. Well, I'm so friggin' grateful. You are a ball of sunshine and you're a champion. You're all of these things at once. It's so lovely to talk to you and to get the perspective from someone who's been named Madison's best trainer. It's really lovely to hear about your perspective on how to eat in Madison and how to eat well and how to eat good, how to eat nutritious. You were hitting all the things.
It's an honor. No, it's an honor. We love Bianca. The city loves Bianca. It's the world's greatest smile here in our own city. So we are blessed to have you, Miss.
Oh, you're a sweetie. Before we let you go, do you have any last words ahead of your burger eating competition this weekend?
Please have some Pepto on hand for me if I need that, if I forget it. Just come on down. Strip Mall Carnival. It's going to be a great time. You can dunk your favorite Madison chefs in the dunk tank. You can bring the kids. There's something for everybody. So come on down and we will all drink, be merry. Except me, I probably won't be too merry. I might be just in a fetal position in the corner.
Bloated.
The whole thing. Bloated, yeah. I just start floating. Just roll me out of here. Just move. But
well, you can see and meet the bloated or not bloated Burger King, the Mike Onsrud.
Yes.
Thank you so much for joining us on CityCast Madison, Mike.
Thank you, B. You're the best.
That's Mike Onsrud, Madison trainer, #Train with Mike, and the reigning burger eating competition champion of the Strip Mall Carnival. If you want to catch him and other locals compete for this year's title, check out the Carnival this Sunday, August 4th from 1 to 5 p.m. in front of the Muskie Lounge and Sporting Club on Winona Drive. Should be a great time. This year's festival is again sponsored by local State Line Distillery and benefits the Clean Lakes Alliance. In addition to the burger eating competition, I'm personally very excited for the dunk tank. So maybe see you there, and if you see us, say hi. That's all for today, here on CityCast Madison. I'm Bianca Martin. If you enjoyed the show, why not share this episode with the fastest eater you know? We'll be back here tomorrow morning with more stories from around the city. Until then, eat well.